Hey guys, Omni here. Welcome back for part 2 of my reaction to the finale of Stranger Things Season 4. If you haven't seen part 1, it's on the channel right now. Go check it out. But in the meantime, we're going to hop into things. So if you're part of the 67% of people that are watching the channel, you're not yet subscribed. I really hope if you enjoy this reaction, maybe at the end, you'll consider hitting that subscribe button and sticking around. Maybe even leave a little like. I'd really appreciate it. If you want to see the full-length reaction to this and watch-along format, it's going to be on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, gets you access as well. Gets you access to the same thing for all the other shows we cover here on the channel, as well as a bunch of exclusive movie reactions where you guys get to help vote on what we add to that list every month. We've got monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage, trying to make it worth your while since you are going out of your way to support the channel. But of course, I know not everybody can do that. And a simple way you can help us out is just by liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing these videos, because it really does go a long way with helping us combat the dreaded evils of the YouTube algorithm. With that said and down the way, guys, let's hop into part 2 of the finale.
You think I don't see what you're doing? Everything. You thought you could trick me. You thought you're...
He's intercepting her with these thoughts.
It's time.
We call him Vecna. He lives in another dimension.
And Eddie Munson and his Hellfire acolytes summon this Vecna.
No, you're not listening. Just listen. There's no cult. There never was.
Then why was Chrissy at Eddie's trailer?
She was buying drugs.
Liar!
You're wrong about Eddie.
No. But I was wrong about you. You got 5 seconds to wake her up. 4, 3.
Get him! No!
You are brave, but in the end, you are weak and fragile, and you will break.
Thank Christ. Get fucked. Oh man. I was just wondering, like, I don't think they would do it. But can you imagine the portal that would come from Elle's death? The amount of psychic energy that would output? Wow, Dustin.
I didn't know what to do, so I ran away. I just ran and I left her there.
Look at us. We are not heroes.
Come on, Hop. Somebody. Go, Lucas.
Are you real? I'm real. How? I piggybacked from a pizza dough freezer.
What?
What?
Yeah, let's catch up on that later. Kind of some serious shit going on at the moment.
If you touch her again, I will kill you again.
Jesus, man. Fuck. Dude, if they kill Elle, how could they even stop anything?
I want you to watch.
Oh no. Wow.
He did not make me into this. You did. I was somewhere new.
Oh wow.
I became an explorer.
Okay, there we go. There's that answer.
Unspoiled by mankind.
The Demogorgon predates him.
I found the most extraordinary thing of all. Something that would change everything.
Yep. Wow.
To become the predator I was always born to be.
He gave it shape. Yup, he took over this world.
Who is you? Who is you?
No. No! It's okay, Joyce got the cattle prod, she's coming.
Hawkins will burn and fall, and the rest of this senseless, broken world. I just want you to watch. It will all be over soon.
Mike, don't stop. Okay, you're the heart. Okay, remember that. You're the heart.
I don't know if you can hear this, but if you can, I want you to know I'm here. I love you. I love you on your bad days. I love you with your powers. I love you without your powers. I love you for exactly who you are. You're my superhero. But right now, you just have to fight. Fight!
Dr. K. Dr. K. Yes! Fuck him up. No! Her eyes didn't pop. I've broken an arm. She could be okay. We can fix that. Oh, God, I felt that in my bones. Oh, falling down after having your limbs snapped like that is oh my God. Run! Flamethrower. Flamethrower. Yes, Murray. Yes. Dude, it's insane how everybody is helping each other from completely different parts of the world right now. Go, 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 go. Oh, wow, this one's still going. was like, they showed that sword for a reason. Dude, let's go, He-Man. Murray, are you out of fuel? Dude, take from him.
You have already lost.
What if killing him opens the final portal? This is insane. This music, man. Yo! Finish him off. This is so badass. Hell yeah, Nancy. Go for the head. Go, Hopper. Yo. Yo, holy shit, man. Man, they really got their mileage on that Kate Bush license. Oh no, he's gone.
I didn't run away this time, right?
No.
You're gonna have to look after those little sheep for me, okay?
No, you're gonna do that yourself.
Nah, man.
Say I'm gonna look after them. Good.
This thing actually could graduate. I think it's my year, Anderson. I think it's finally my year.
I love you, Dad. Eddie. Eddie.
Yes! We need a doctor! Call an ambulance!
I can't feel or see anything.
I know. It's okay. We're gonna get you some help, okay?
I don't want to die. I'm not ready.
You're not gonna die. Please just hang on.
I want to go on. I don't want to.
You're not gonna die. Just hang on.
No.
Max.
No. That still counts?
4 times. Max.
Oh, whoa! I don't know that he deserved that, but fuck. Oh my god. Well, there goes the library. Well, he achieved his goal. He's letting his predators free.
You're not going.
Eat shit. Man, I am sweating. You know, we never got an explanation of why Hawkins was replicated in the Upside Down.
Eddie Munson, the leader of this cult and prime suspect in the murders, has been missing since the earthquake.
Fuck off.
Someone order a pizza?
Pizza?
You are never going on vacation again, you hear me? In fact, you can forget about college.
Where's Lucas?
He's at the hospital.
Was he hurt?
Oh, God. You don't know. Oh, my God.
At least she's alive.
She died, and then she came back. Doctors don't know how. They say it's a miracle.
She's not gonna tell anybody. Or is she gonna wake her up? Damn it. Stop fucking teasing me.
Hey, I'm sorry if that came out weird. What are you doing here? I didn't mean it like, what are you doing here? I just meant like, oh, what are you doing here? Like, wow, nice surprise. Great to see you. He was visiting and took one look at all this, and let's just say it's not what he was envisioning for his spring break. So he was like, I'm out of here, back to Purdue, good luck, Vic. Okay, which ultimately, yeah, it's fine.
She's doing the rambly, talky thing that Robin does.
Last times, because it has no plot. I mean, as soon as he said that, I should have just ended things right there and
Ha ha ha! Yes.
Oh, but I did.
I just don't deserve it. But thank you.
Early birthday.
Thank you so much. How is it?
Oh.
Mr. Munson? I'm so sorry. I wish everyone had gotten to know him. They would have loved him. Even in the end, he never stopped being Eddie. He fought and died to protect this town. He isn't just innocent, he's a hero. This place is a total disaster.
I mean, I get we gotta hide Supergirl and all, but this isn't exactly like a fortress of solitude, man. It's more like a fortress of growiness.
Water still works.
I mean, how are they shocked that it's in this state? The Mind Flayer fucked this place up last season.
Your application letter, did it ever come?
No, not yet.
Neither one of them is being honest with each other right now. And it's frustrating. Aww.
Let's hope one is dead and rotting. He's not. Now that I'm here in Hawkins,
And the gate's open.
feel him. It's strange knowing now who it was this whole time, but I can still remember what he thinks and how he thinks, and he's not going to stop. Not until he's taken everything and everyone. We have to kill him. And we will. We will.
He did say he takes his their consciousnesses and their memories and everything. Is she vacant? Yeah. Oh. Fuck.
I kept the door open 3 inches. I never stopped believing.
I know, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
You look...
Not fat.
Your hair.
You got matching haircuts.
I kind of stole your look, kid. Well, what do you think?
Bitch.
What about the those other military guys in Owens?
Hey.
You grown.
Yeah. You shrunk.
Oh, fuck. Oh, wow. Dude, this shot. All right. Wow, man. That was so emotionally draining, and I am burning up right now, man. It is so hot. I don't know if it's me, the room, or just the emotions, but man, I'm sweating. This was a movie. Oh my lord. I kept checking the time. It's like, oh my god, we're still fighting Vecna right now. What's going on? And then the wake of it all. But at the end of the day, we got answers. We got a lot of answers. And Eddie, man. Oh, fuck that. Everything with Eddie really just, it got me, man. And I just hate the public spinning, the public narrative that's going out about this whole situation. It's just perpetuating everything that was going on. It's always been Vecna. Confirmed by Will. Even. We even got it from Vecna that this the Upside Down is this world that he's always envisioned. He talked about how, you know, predator, prey, that whole relationship, nature, and how humans have tried to force their own structure on the world that doesn't fit with the natural order. So when he got launched into this other plane, this other existence, and found these creatures, so the Demogorgons existed, Demodogs existed. What they fed upon, I have no idea, unless it was upon each other. And the Mind Flayer was a shapeless entity. It was like it is the connection. We learned that also in this episode, was that the smoke itself that makes up the Mind Flayer is what is in the vines. It is the element that is in all of the organic life from the Upside Down. And that's what communicates and connects them all. And Vecna, when he got there, shaped it into something he crafted. Because I even said this at one point or another, that the spiders was something he found fascinating. And the Mind Flayer kind of has like a spider-like shape. And we saw that in another flashback of his. This little Henry's drawing away, and he drew the Mind Flayer and then shaped this formless cloud into it. So these things existed prior to him. So Dustin was wrong. I got that right, at least, that Dustin was wrong. Or at least one of my theories was right about Dustin being wrong about the hierarchy. Because he had put the Mind Flayer above Vecna. It doesn't have its own mind. Vecna is what gave the Upside Down uniformity and direction and command. Everything that has happened since 11 through Vecna into the Upside Down has been Vecna's machinations. And the Mind Flayer has been acting upon his will. That's why it was after L. That's why it was building this stuff for L. And it was trying to break these gates open and fulfill this vision that Vecna has for the world he came from. He wants to bring this order to our world, to restore the natural order in a way, or at least his version of the natural order. And yeah, man, the Upside Down without any influence is crazy. Though we still didn't get an explanation as for how a copy of Hawkins got copied into the Upside Down, but it happened when 11 made contact with the Demogorgon. We know that it was freeze time captured right there, locked in on November 6th, 83. So when that connection was established by her, and at the end of the day, yeah, he's like, as much as 11's trying to pin it on Brenner, it was 11's actions that really initiated everything. But, you know, you could play the domino effect. It's still kind of Brenner's fault for putting her in this situation, because had she never been there in the first place, definitely would have never happened. So it's just like fate, man. It was destined to play out this way almost. Dude, I was crying so much in this episode. From the reunions to the moments of desperation and tragedy. And there's so much, man. We had 2 hours and 20 minutes of stuff that I'm trying to recall all right now. And it's going to be a little rough. We're probably going to forget some things, but the key moments, man. 11 and them like making this makeshift, like all of our individual teams, because it was like how everybody's still so separated in the last episode at the end of season 4, volume 1. I was like, how are they all going to get together, get back to Hawkins? Well, they didn't need to. They found ways to help from where they were. Because of the hive mind, Joyce and Hopper and them were able to just go back in and start attacking the physical bodies of the Upside Down that are here to distract on them elsewhere where they're connected through the hive. So it influenced Vecna, it influenced the bats and all that stuff and gave them these little opportunities, while 11 made a isolation chamber so she can throw her consciousness into Max to try to combat him and stave off Vecna's approach, and do a little Charles Xavier action, though it may have in the end saved Max's life, but not at the cost of seemingly permanent damage. I mean, her limbs can heal. I've broken bones. I don't know to the extent that they were shattered, but that's recoverable. But whatever was happened to her mind seems to be the big question mark right now, because she was hanging on. Her mind was there before she died, in those moments in Lucas's arms before 11 brought her back, however she brought her back. But when 11 tried to sense into her mind, it's empty. So did she actually bring her back? In her death, which it did still establish the portal, did her consciousness, like the others, get absorbed into Vecna? I hope not. I hope not. And if so, I hope, because she's alive where the others died that were absorbed, she's got a body here. If they do manage to kill Vecna, I can only hope that it'll return to her. But in the meantime, I have to imagine she's probably just going to be comatose like this. And it's just sad, man. And then just the mob, the jocks that were running around interfering with everything. I can still never remember the main one's name. Him just coming at Lucas and in the way that he did, they would have been able to help Max. He interfered. He didn't understand. It was mob panic. It was his own misunderstanding of the situation that drove things the way they were. And he broke the cassette that would have helped Max out of this situation. And then, yeah, he got knocked out once Lucas got really motivated, once she started levitating. He's like, no. Broke that hold, knocked him out, and then when the fucking rifts split open, he just got melted away, like down to the rib cage bone, and everything just incinerated. And Hawkins is a mess. And then they're just pinning it on Hellfire and everything. It's just, that pisses me off. We don't know where Owens is. We don't know where that other military guy that was tracking Owens and 11 down is at this point. I don't recall seeing either of them in this episode at all. And just everything with Will, man. He never opened up directly about his feelings. He used 11 as an avatar for his own feelings when talking to Mike, to still kind of put up that barrier to keep it there. But I thought they had said that we would get like hard confirmation of anything, but there's still going to be people, I'm sure, that doubt his feelings to what level or extent that they exist. But I definitely know, I feel it in my heart and soul that he loves Mike. Because I just want so badly, and you guys have heard me if you've been watching these reactions since I've been going through it, I just want Will to be happy, man. I want to protect him all day, every day. Him and 11 are the two characters that I just want to shelter and protect at all costs, through thick and thin. And while I understand, like, this infatuation is purely just causing him torment and pain, and it's hard to express it. And I like how Jonathan did have this conversation with him. It was like, literally, no matter what you have to say or what's going on, And he knows. Like, every time he's opening up or talking about things that we knew were kind of false, when he lied about who commissioned the painting that he made for Mike, and all of that, and then the way he was talking about 11, you saw Jonathan just eyeing back. He knows this about him, but he doesn't want to force the conversation. He wants Will to come to him about it, and when he's ready. And I just want Will to be happy, man. I just want him to find somebody, because it's quite evident that, especially in this episode, that Mike's only got eyes for 11, and they're, at least from Mike's side of things, they're just going to be best friends. I don't see that going anywhere beyond that, despite how much, and Will knows this on the outside, but that doesn't change how he feels. So I just hope somebody comes along and maybe kind of takes a little bit of that light out of his eye for Mike, and maybe can help carry some and shoulder some of this weight and burden, and maybe he can find his own happiness. Because I just want that so much for these two, man. I really do. But it's just a tragic situation that just makes me sad at the end of the day. Because I like 11 and I like Mike. Mike's still a little potato, but I get Will's point of view out there that he's kind of the core. You know, him being the kind of plain bean is kind of what holds everything together. He's kind of the glue, you know, pasty, white, clings on to everything and keeps everybody together. The whole dynamic of this group is just endearing, and I love the friendships and the bonds that Dustin's made on his own outside of his initial friend group, and how this group has kind of expanded past these initial barriers that were there in the beginning of age and all of that. And they've all pretty much become this like superhero team. That includes the kids, the teenagers, now young adults, and the adults themselves, as well as the government to varying extents. I just really love this show, man, the way they craft and weave these characters together, these relationships, these threads, and how they've built upon everything that's come before and kind of paid off all these other things that have preceded to now in such a spectacular way. It's just so well done, and like the performances across the board, there's not a weak link in this show. Not a single one. As much as Yuri got on my nerves, the guy did good in the role he was playing. And I love Jockin as a surprise character, which makes me wonder if, you know, this is the last we've seen of them, considering we're back in the States now. It still kind of also begs the question to me is, they said that the smoke and the creatures in Russia at one point were only active because they were connected to the gate in Hawkins. So, like, my question is, how did they obtain, if they don't have their own gate, because they kind of heavily implied that the Russians don't have their own gate, and maybe they tried, but we never saw it. We've never made contact with it, and maybe with it, it was their gate in Hawkins, and they were shipping these creatures back to the motherland for experimentation at these prison asylums and stuff like that, and that's where they were tested, and they were shipping them out of Starcourt back there. That's my guess, at least right now. Since they had that passing line about, you know, that these creatures in Russia are connected to the Hawkins gate. So, again, it seems like they're heavily implying that the Hawkins gate is the only gate. But yeah, man, I like how everything came together, and we just had so many badass moments from the visuals in this show. Like, so many, like, epic moments. Eddie surrounded by the bats, Eddie shielding against the bats, him on the, just shredding on top of the trailer in this metal, red lightning filled wasteland, and to Master of Puppets, man. And then just Hopper with the sword, and like him taking out the Demogorgon on his own. It was weakened, don't be wrong, but still. And just them like laying waste into Vecna while they caught his unattended body while his mind was in Max. Just caught him unawares, caught him with his pants down if he wore pants. And yeah, unfortunately, they didn't really get on him and make sure that they finished the job, sadly, and he got away. I'll get you next time, is Vecna right now, man. But yeah, man, I gotta say, like, I love how they built this whole thing up, like the mystery behind Vecna 1, Henry, and all that stuff, and how they connected to everything that's come before. And it was done in a way where you can infer the puzzle piece. I said this, I think, at the end of Volume 1 at one point or another, that I like when it's quite clearly pinpointed through the narrative that they had this thought out and planned out. That maybe not in season 1, maybe not in season 2, but like we were able to kind of retroactively make all these connections as they broaden the horizons and the boundaries of the show. But that they do it in a way where it just builds off of things we already know and things from the episodes we've seen ourselves, that we can put together a pretty solid idea of where it might go, or at least if you miss some things here and there, once you get to the revelation, it connects to all the things you've seen before, and it just falls right into place. And, you know, just like the fact that like it leaves enough to where we can theorize and kind of get a good idea of where things are going to go. Does it take the tension out of it? No, because it's so open-ended in a lot of ways. We're not really seeing all the pieces until they fall into place before. But, you know, again, and I did this before and I got called out on it because like people's like, oh, nerds like to theorize it and then gloat about it or whatever. And I was like, but still, it's fun, man. I love it. It's so fun thinking about all these things. When something's well written, at least, when something's put together this way where you can, if you really pay attention and think about stuff, you can solve the puzzle. I don't like when shows or movies and stuff solve the puzzle behind the scenes where the viewer is left completely out of the problem-solving process. You know, you can still theorize, you can still make your guesses or whatever, but there's no way to make an educated guess because of the way the things are formatted. And a lot of whodunit things and mystery films and stuff are done in that manner. And I love that this is done so intricately that we can follow along and kind of see the forest through the trees. And I love that about this show. I'm struggling to find more stuff to talk about. Like I said, all the reunions coming together. Joyce and Hopper finally coming back together and finally breaking that tension barrier that they've had between each other this whole time, whether it be physical or just put there emotionally because of things they've all kind of been through, like in season 3, to finally have that torn down and them finally express their feelings for one another and kind of see where that whole thing goes. And I think the hang up I have right now is just that the Nancy, Jonathan, and Steve thing was not addressed at all towards the end of this. I mean, they brought attention to it by the fact that they are actively ignoring it, like the characters don't want to talk about it. They're just brushing everything under the rug to avoid this conflict and just pretend everything's okay in the wake of this tragedy, which I understand, but it's not healthy and it's not right and it's not fair to either one of them. And it goes back to exactly what they were already doing to one another leading up to this point. So Nancy and Jonathan just kind of reset at the end of this. The only difference now is that they're together and face to face and not telling each other the truth, after everything that they were doing with Steve and Nancy too. And I still have mixed feelings about that because I do like Steve so much. He's one of my favorite characters in this show, and you know, he's hung up on Nancy still. And like, she's seen that he's not exactly who he was before, and she's kind of seems like she was falling back in love with him in a lot of ways. But of course, she hasn't resolved any of this stuff with Jonathan. And I didn't stop her before when she was messing around with Jonathan when she was technically still dating Steve. But it is what it is, I guess. Or at least where they were unclear on where they sat at that point is kind of what's going on here again. But now with this gate open back in Hawkins and Will being back here, he can feel Vecna. He's still marked. I mean, in a way, Brenner was right. She wasn't ready for this fight, but had she not intervened, I don't would they have done? Like, what would be the alternative outcome? Like, he would have just quite easily busted through without any interference whatsoever. At least right now, he's on his back heel at the moment. Even though he's won the battle and the war is yet to be decided, he didn't win gracefully. He's hurt, he's in hiding, and we'll see how it plays out in the long run, because 11 did some pretty fucking solid damage to him in the end, through her relationships, through her friendships, through her memories, through all these other things that honestly Brenner had nothing to do with, outside of reawakening her powers in the Nina tank. You know, taking her back through her repressed memories and allowing her to tap into something she herself was subconsciously blocking out. And once that barrier got removed, which is pretty much the only thing that Brenner did, was remove that barrier that she herself had put up unknowingly. Past that, the only thing limiting 11 is 11. Like, I don't know what training Brenner could have had or put her through that he hadn't already tried or done before. That's only got her to this point anyway. I think he doesn't understand what makes her stronger at all at this point in her life, in her development, with her powers and everything else. Because at the end of the day, it was Vecna that like really showed her how to tap into it. It had nothing to do with Brenner. Brenner really himself, just alone, never had a breakthrough with her. I don't know. It's just a thought, just a passing thought. Man, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Am I missing anything? I probably am. Again, it's hard after just sitting back down through this for like 2.5 hours of so much happening to just kind of pick everything apart. And I'm sure there's going to be breakdown videos. There's going to be things that come out of this. And if there are, I'll try to cover them, you know, to kind of evolve and spread out some of my thoughts. Because there are going to be a lot of things I'm going to have to kind of like linger on and ponder. And now that I've seen this, I'm not worried about spoilers and stuff like that, because I haven't looked at any of the comments on the previous video that I put out already, or I haven't logged on to social media except to post my videos and let people know that they're up, because I didn't want to see anything before watching this. So it's going to be quite the ride to kind of sit and simmer on some of this, see what a lot of other people are talking about with the show. And not new for you guys who've been watching since the beginning, but this is the first time where I'm going to have a really long time to think about a lot of this, because I had watched seasons 1 through 4 pretty much all back to back. You know, I think there was only aside from, you know, when I finished season 3, there was like a 2-week gap before season 4 came out. And then obviously the like month-long vacation we got between volume 1 and volume 2. So where we had some time to kind of pause it and workshop a couple of things, but it is what it is, guys. I love this show. I loved this season. This is probably my favorite season right now. I don't know. We'll see how I feel after I'm out of the, you know, the recency bias that is like flooding my veins at the moment, and to see if I still feel that way. But I feel pretty confident about this season overall. So like, it was definitely on another level, especially with the episode lengths and the links that they went through to make this something epic and build up to something that's going to be climactic. And I hope they deliver, man. I want to see this war that Nancy teased with Vecna's army coming into our world, with this final clash between humanity and the Upside Down. And yeah, man, it was Vecna all along. Anyway, guys, I don't know what else to say right now. Feel free to join the conversation in the comments. I would love to know your thoughts, your theories, your speculations on where things are going to go from now, how you felt about certain moments. What was your favorite moment in the episode? sound off the comments. Let's carry on the conversation after the video. Feel free to join our Discord. We could talk about it there as well. Links to that and all my social in the description box below. I'd really appreciate it if you follow me in each and every one of those. If you want to see the full-length reaction, remember it's on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, it gets you access as well. It's in watch-along format, so remember, gonna have your own footage to sync it up to see my reaction to the entire thing. Before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Mandy Scher, Jason Coleman, Philly Vane, Yori Corey Scott, Margaret Grace, Mary Bradley, Melita, Robert Anguiano, Cal Kestis Nation, and Raven McCann. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. That's it for this season, guys, and I'll see you all hopefully in the next video. Otherwise, I will see you in season 5. Take care, everybody.